To me, the Kansas City Chiefs really surprised me. I ran through my process, and at the end of going through every team and kind of figuring out what their record was, the Chiefs narrowly beat out the Chargers for the title in the AFC West. So I think it's going to come down to the final game of the year in Week 17. The Chargers play the Chiefs. It's going to be like a one-game playoff right at the end of the year. But I have the Kansas City Chiefs going 12-4 and just by a margin winning the division. Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback, is incredible. A lot of people talk about Patrick Mahomes and bring up things like, well, now teams have tape on him, so they're going to stop him. Things are going to change. I don't think people understand that no matter what film you have on Patrick Mahomes, his talent level is not something you can strategize to stop. Some people are just incredible athletes and incredible football players. And you can say, we're going to take away this throw or that throw, but he might just make an unbelievable throw because his arm is so much better than everybody else's. He can do things other people can't do. And so having film on Patrick Mahomes is great. You can look at some of his tendencies and little things he does, but you're not going to shut down Patrick Mahomes just because everyone has a year of film on him. If that was the case, everybody who had his film last year around week 8 would have said, oh, let's change Patrick Mahomes. They were unable to. Patrick Mahomes is really, really talented. It's not something that film having over the summer is going to just suddenly shut off Patrick Mahomes' ability to move the football down the field. Now, I am really fascinated to see what happens with the offensive line this year for the Kansas City Chiefs. They just lost center Mitch Morse. They also got rid of expensive outside linebacker Justin Houston, and they lost safety Eric Berry. Now, they did replace a couple of those guys. They brought in Frank Clark from Seattle through a trade, and they brought in safety Tyrann Mathieu, cheaper than Eric Berry from the Texans. But they did not replace their center Mitch Morse at all, and it's really, really interesting. Now, they do have a top 3 tight end in all of football, Travis Kelce, and they also brought in a new defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, a guy I like. He's changing their system from a 3-4 to a 4-3. What that means is that they're going to have, instead of using outside linebackers to rush a quarterback, they're going to have 2 down linemen in stances, a more traditional defensive end, a guy like Frank Clark, for example, going after the quarterback. Now, the corners and linebackers for the Kansas City Chiefs are questionable. The Chiefs are going to have to score a lot of points. I'm not a big believer in their defense yet, but I think Patrick Mahomes will make up for any questions they have on defense, and the Chiefs will go 12-4. They're going to be a top 2 seed in the AFC along with the Patriots, and they're going to win the AFC West.